We traded 30,000 SPX 0DTE trades using AI and robots. Let's show you what worked. My wife and I trade together every single day. She's a former banker and successful house flipping investor. I started and sold two internet companies. I retired at age 42. I'm an attorney. Most importantly, I'm a professional gambler. Our motto on our channel is math makes money. Let me explain how. Chapter 4, one of my favorite parts, accessing the ATM, the AI trading machine. This is something we invented. We're going to show you how we do it right now. AI is a beautiful thing. We're going to show you how we use AI to make a money machine. We call it the ATM, the AI trading machine. Here we go. The ATM AI trading machine helps us decide exactly what to trade. It took us over a year to build it. We're still building it every day. We keep working on it. It creates the gigantic master database. It compares all the key metrics, every single trade against every single other trade, and helps us determine what are the best 125 trades for us to trade for every $1 million in buying power. Let me show you how. We're pretty excited because at the office here, we've now upgraded to our ATM 2.0, the AI trading machine. Version 2.0 now also looks at risk reward tolerance. It looks at sequential risk, which trades are improving, which trades are getting worse. It used to be that 1101 was the best, then 1551 was the best. I think right now 1206 or 1222 are the best. It also looks at the momentum of change. It also looks at the momentum of change relative to others. So you see the momentum of change is to the 1206, 95 cents premium, 150% stop loss EMA versus the $2 MEC, whatever the 150% stop loss. And so it compares those and what's the momentum of change relative to others. It then produces a lot of pivot tables. And most importantly, we operate different funds and they have different risk tolerances. And it comes down to max drawdown really versus it's risk versus reward. The risk is their max drawdown. A lot of people can't handle more than 10%. I'm one of them. I don't like being down more than 10% in the account at any one time. So if I'm going to limit my max drawdown to 10%, then that's going to limit my reward. That's going to limit the output. Other people, they might be able to take 20, 25%. I got a wife, I got kids, I got grandkids. I've been a gambler for a long time, and I know you can get sequential risk. I've seen it happen, whether it's playing blackjack, whether it's playing baccarat, whether it's playing poker, or whether it's gambling on sports. You see the sequential risk runs, and you have to be really careful about it. But the ATM 2.0 takes all that into consideration. Let me show you how. The first thing the ATM 2.0 does is it does what we call the stoplight analysis. And here you see the stoplight. Um, the, the best ones are green, the middle ones are yellow, and the worst ones are red. These are still, of the millions and millions of trades we look at, these are still the best strategies at the best times. You also see two brown ones at the top. Those are exceedingly good. So they're all relative to each other. So in a $500 in a $1 million fund, we might be putting on a one lot on the pinks, a two lot on the yellows, a three lot on the greens, and a five lot on the browns. And we'll do 125 trades every single day. And we'll spread it out amongst that stoplight. In this particular purposes, I just looked at every 7 minutes to make it kind of simpler. What the ATM then does after the stoplight analysis, it starts to look for islands of time because you don't want to be bunching up your risk. You want to be sure that you're uncorrelated. Next, the ATM will display and do a check of what the day would actually look like. And here you can see in time order what the trades are, what the sizing is, and when they're going to be going on. The next thing that the ATM does is it compares the sizing to the entry time. You want to be sure that you don't overload a particular time with a bunch of trades. You wouldn't want to put on 20 different strategies at 12:56. You want to spread them out throughout the day so you don't have any. You want to be sure they're uncorrelated. The next thing the ATM does is a resource allocation analysis. You want to figure out how many trades you can put on during the day. If everything would go the best it possibly could, you don't want to overuse your buying power. This is everybody's favorite slide. It's the last slide of this particular chapter, but this is where the ATM computes your final sizing, resource allocation, and your buying power. Let's take a quick look here if I can get my little cursor thing to work here. So I'll highlight it here. All right, so as you can see here, we started this day with, this is a sample fund. For every $1 million in our fund, we would run something like this. So at the start of the day, we had $1 million, and then we're going to look at, this is our stoplights, and we're going to say, here's the EMAs, and here's just the non-EMA, the MEX, and we're going to figure out how many of these are we going to do. We're going to, in this particular analysis, the browns were 2 lots, the greens 2 lots, the yellows 1 lots, and the reds 1 lots. And we'd say, okay, this is how many we're going to have. We're going to have 1 of the browns, 5 of the greens, 9 of the yellows, and 3 of the pinks in the EMAs, and likewise in the MEX. Then it calculates what the buying power, there's 150 wide, so the average buying power we know is going to be around $12,000. Theoretically, it would be 15,000, but that would be the worst case scenario when you're actually out 150 wide. We know later in the day, as you get especially down to the 1551s, are about $2,800 in buying power. So the average is around 12. So then it calculates the total buying power. We know that we started with $1 million. I like to do a naked put NQ strategy in all of our funds. It's something that I've been doing for 4 or 5 years. It pays off routinely. I'll have to do a video on it someday, but I hold 30% back for that. And then I hold back 5% as just a safety factor in there because I'm kind of a worrywart and I'm super conservative. So that leaves $650,000 in buying power for every $1 million in a fund. And so then with that 650,000 available, we see that we've done about $642,000, which will produce, this shows you the premium that you'll produce, which is about 24,000. We know our capture rates between 10 and 15%. We'll use 10 and 17%. We'll use 13. That means we got to make an average profit of $3,172 per trading day. We know there's about 240 trading days in the year because we don't trade FMOC. We don't trade FMOC minutes days, which comes 3 weeks later. And then there's some half days in there that we don't like, holidays, that kind of thing. And so that should produce a profit of about $761,000 without the NQs on $1 million. So that's not too bad. 76% rate of return. This is the part everybody loves over here. And understand this is all theoretical. This is why math makes money. Math makes money. Everything we do is based on math. Trade small, trade often, trade with your head, not with your heart. Math makes money. Okay, that's the end of chapter number 4. All this information is free. If you find anything of value, please subscribe and like to these videos. We'd really appreciate it. Let's go on to the final chapter and take a look at our results as well as forward testing. Okay, last slide, we're going to say bye-bye. If any of this free information has been of any value to you, we'd really appreciate it if you could go on to our YouTube channel, Rob and Maria Trading. And if you could subscribe and hit like to any of the videos you've seen, we'd really appreciate it. On that channel, we do tell you a great detail how we trade SPX. We go a lot of stock trades. My wife, Maria, she does a lot of trades in both options and stocks, earnings trades especially. And she's very, very successful doing that, more successful than me, actually. And then Tyler, my son, he's 30 years old. He started his fund 3 or 4 months ago. He's up 10% every single month. He does primarily the wheel strategy, and he does a lot of day trading scalps on the NQs, and he can show you how he does that. At any rate, we have a lot of fun on our channel, but it is very serious. Everything we do is based on math. Remember, trade with your heart, trade with your head, not with your heart. Trade small, trade often, and math makes money. You have a great trading day.